This is way too much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? There has to be like 200 in here. Oh boy. Oh fuck. Oh god. There's so many. So many. And one albino. But oh my goodness. Oh boy. What have I gotten myself into? Hello everyone. It's been a moment, but it's another time for a update on all my fish tanks in the fish room. Like I start with here. As you saw in a moment ago, I have more pleco babies, bristlenose pleco babies, and this number here is not a typo. There are actually 226 pleco fry in here. It doesn't look like a lot, just at first glance it looks more like 50, but I counted them all individually and there are 226 in here. Maybe one or two perished and I just haven't found the body yet, but I don't know. The number was originally closer to 240, 250, but a handful of them passed away. I think just from the sheer overcrowding. The first day that they were in here, they were dogpiling on top of each other, I guess, for safety because it's their first time out of the cave, and I'm sure just the ones that didn't make it were just smothered. I feel bad about that, but ever since I pulled out the dead bodies, I haven't found any new ones, and so I now have 226 more plecos on top of the 30 or so that I already have. So yeah, right now they're all in just this small grow out container with some driftwood and Suswasser tang and Java moss. Lots of mulm. I think I'm gonna clean that stuff out just to keep this tank from getting dirty too quickly, because with this many baby plecos, even though they are babies, they still poop a lot, and plecos are notorious for pooping a lot. And all this mulm here was not there yesterday. Yesterday, the bottom of this container was almost clean, but after a couple feedings, there's about as mulm here as there were yesterday before I cleaned it up. So just to keep things clean, I'm gonna do once a day vacuuming, just to avoid having them all over their own filth. There is one albino. You can see them here. Yeah, one albino out of a litter of almost 250. One albino. The mother is albino, but the father is not. If they both were albino, then we would see more albinos here, because they both have the albino gene, but since only one was the carrier, I just have the one there, and the rest are just the chocolate / wild type version. More fry over here growing out. If you saw in a previous video, which I'll, I guess, link here, all those eggs that I had been collecting that I thought were White Cloud Mountain minnow eggs were actually goldfish eggs. And so I now have about 50 or so baby goldfish to look after. I want to see what they grow out into, and I'll try to give them away or sell them eventually, but moving forward, I am no longer going to collect those eggs because I do not want to just keep taking care of goldfish, as they're pretty big and when they reach juvenile size, and I just do not want to. I do not have the tank space for that right now, so right now I'm just gonna make do with all the ones that have hatched. There's also a few panda cories in here, still babies, little guys. But I'm probably going to be moving them soon. I already moved a couple back to the 100-gallon because they were about an inch long, so I considered them big enough to go mingle with the adults in the 100-gallon. So they're over there. I'll show them to you if they show up at some point. You got the 40-gallon, which is what these two grow out boxes are in. Got our usual Amazon puffer. He's always doing that. Nothing much changed. Oh, well, yeah, actually, I do have more rummy nose tetras. Last update, there were only 2 of them in here. Back in, I want to say, yeah, I think in August, on my birthday, I went to several fish stores on my birthday because it's my birthday, and of course I got to do whatever I wanted, and I wanted to go to fish stores, and so my partner and I just drove around town going to fish stores, and I got rummy nose tetras at one of them because I happened to have a coupon with that store, and I got 6 of them, and I acclimated them. I put them in the tank, and over the course of a week, of those 6, 4 of them died. And I think I should have known better because a lot of the tanks that was at that fish store were in quarantine, and they had signs on the tanks saying like, these fish are sick and are currently being treated, please don't ask to buy them. And I should have took that as a sign that not all of those fish, including the ones that didn't have signs that said they were in quarantine, were probably not doing well either, because they all probably shared the same water, or same utensils, nets and stuff. And so I assume that's what killed off 4 of those rummy nose tetras. And then after that, I treated the tank for several weeks. I used the med trio that Aquarium Co-op recommends, and everything got better. I had no more deaths. And so for the longest time, I just had 2 remaining rummy nose tetras. And so this past Saturday, I visited the Aquarium Co-op for the first time since before the pandemic, so it's been almost 5 years since I visited it. I'd visited a lot more, but it's on one side of Seattle proper. Actually, it's just outside Seattle proper, so it's about a 20-30 minute drive from downtown Seattle. And I live in the exact opposite of that. So I live, the co-op is about 20 to 30 minutes outside of, north of Seattle. I live 20 to 30 minutes south of Seattle. So the driving time would have been a total of like 40 minutes to an hour to get to the co-op from my house. And because of that, and because I can't drive, and my partner, he doesn't like driving much, he's actually a very angry driver, we don't go up there that very much unless there was a very specific reason we needed to be there. And I so happened to have a doctor's appointment with a specialist up about 20 minutes north of the co-op. So after I was done there, when my appointment was over with, I asked my partner if we could stop by the co-op since we were in the area, and since we're passing through there anyway. And so yeah, so we stopped by. I got to see the store. Not much has changed since I last visited, and I know Corey posts updates to his channel once in a while as well. I wanted to visit for their expansion grand opening, but that side of the store was still under construction. It was all boarded up. So whenever he gets that done, that's probably the next time I'm going to be making my way over there. Other than that, so anyway, over there, I got some rummy nose tetras because I didn't want to just visit and make that trip not worth it. So I got 6 of the co-op's rummy nose. I acclimated them, and it's been a few days now, and they are all still alive. They've started mingling with the other 2 that have been in here for months, and everything is all peachy. No deaths. So their co-op's rummy noses are probably just of better quality, and they were already quarantined before being put on the store floor. So yeah, they're healthy. They're very bright. Their faces turned red almost immediately once being introduced to the tank, so I was happy about that. Because rummy-nose are known for being sort of like the canary in the coal mine. Their faces are bright red when they're happy and healthy, and when they're not happy and healthy, the face will turn dull, and then you'll know something's wrong with the rest of the tank, and you probably have to treat it. But yeah, those are my new fish acquirements, other than everything that's been breeding. Down here is the grow out tank for the rest of the bristlenose. The water's kind of cloudy because I gotta clean it, the glass. You got 3 albinos, 24 wild types in here, plus lots and lots of ram's horn snails now. Lots of biofilm because I've been just kind of overfeeding as well to get my snail population up, and to give the plecos the adequate amounts of food just anywhere and everywhere to eat. Since their mouth is constantly on every surface, I wanted to make sure there was always something going in their mouths to nourish them. I got the albinos from Dan's Fish in here, 3 of them. I caught the one that fell into this tank and added it to here. Only 3 of them. I originally received 4, but unfortunately one of them jumped out of its temporary container overnight and stayed out of the water for far too long and unfortunately dried out. I tried to revive it by soaking it in water to see if it would come back to life, but I think it was just out of the tank for too long. So unfortunately that was one loss, and that was sort of careless of me for not putting a lid on their temporary situation. But I have 3 here, so plus the 1 albino that came from this litter, I'll still have 4 regardless, other than the mama that's in the 100 gallons. So I'm going to try and breed those and get some albinos out of those once they're of age, which will be about a year or so from now. You can see one of the little plecos here. There's I have almost 30 in here. I have 24. At least I hope there's still 24 in here, but there's going to be a fish auction this Saturday. The local aquarium club, the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society, is holding their big general auction this Saturday, and I'm going to try and enter some of these young bristlenose plecos in as items at the auction to see how well they sell. Just have a gauge for it's really my first time going to that aquarium club meet, so it'll also be an opportunity to maybe talk to other people, see if anyone else wants all these excess fish babies that I have, and I hope to have a fun time there. You can also see in the back, I don't know how well you can see them, but I do have blackworms also cultivating in here. They're hard to catch. I have to like scoop the gravel just to get them out. But I'm trying to get a sizable blackworm colony started so I don't have to keep using frozen bloodworms. I can just use fresh live worms. Yeah, this has sort of become like a grow out / feeder tank, so I got snails in here for feeding my puffers, and I got blackworms in here for feeding everyone else, and I got the plecos growing out in here. I don't know if I'm going to grow out anything else in here. I think this is just going to be strictly plecos and these snails and worms. Medaka tank here, the 17-gallon. I removed about half of them, and I'll show them in a bit. They're in their own separate containers, but you got a lot of biofilm at the bottom here. Pygmy cories are not doing their job. You guys gotta eat that stuff. I'm gonna do a water change on this today, and maybe I'll film it. There's a lot of film on the top too. I gotta get this bubbler declogged so that it's working again. And got another like fry tray in here. It's a 3 medaka fry in here so far. The eggs take forever to hatch. They hatch faster in warmer weather, but unfortunately the sunroom it's kind of lingers in the high 60s, low 70s, so they're not hatching quite as fast as I want them to. But there's 3 in here so far. They're the white ones here. And I have a few more goldfish fry. These are the last ones that I'm hatching so that I am not overloaded with fry as I am with plecos right now. Just, yeah, lots of debris and detritus worms, but I like keeping those in there because the fry will snack on them. Got some siswassertang, duckweed, frog bit, pennywort. Also got some dwarf lettuce, lots and lots of duckweed. Not Anubias, the Amazon sword is getting tall. I know the last time I showed it to you, it was just this really tiny plant, but now it's getting huge. Getting pretty huge. Got some newer leaves on the, oh man, cryptocoryne? I can never remember the name of this one, but I don't know why some of these leaves are brown. I don't know if that's like algae or what. Maybe if you can tell me in the comments. Maybe it's algae. I'm not sure, but that's growing out too, so I'm glad about that. The moss that I put in the cubes are growing out. I wish it were looking good, but all just that biofilm is just piled on. I'm gonna try and get more pygmy cories. I finally got paid for freelancing. My boss finally paid me the back pay that I was owed after my pay cut, and so things are finally looking up money-wise. That's how I was able to get the rummy nose tetras, and I'm trying not to spend too much because I still have bills to pay, but I think I'm gonna at least get some more pygmy cories to build up the population in here and get those breeding. I don't know where the 3 that are in here right now are, but they're somewhere in here hiding. I still haven't seen them make babies, but maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe there's just not enough of both sexes. So if I get more, I'm hoping that gets them breeding. Right now, all I have in here are just the one type of medaka. The, oh boy, it starts with an R. Rio something. Oh no, it starts with a K. Kyogyoko. Kyogyoko. That's what they are. Kyogyoko, which is, they're like a silvery with orange splotches and a bit of black spots. 100-gallon, not much change here. Goldfish, Corydoras, bristlenose, zucchini, Corydoras. There are some younger Corydoras that I grew out and put in here, but they're probably hiding because they're just, I don't know, too small, but they're all about an inch long, so it's not like there's anything to predate on them. Bristlenose, Papa of the 226 litter. I should get rid of that tunnel in here because that's what instigated that breeding, and I'm not ready to take on more baby plecos, so sir, you need to get out of there and let me take that tunnel out so you guys don't accidentally create more babies. I don't need that on my plate right now. Yeah, bring him up. It's the big fat guppy. She's very greedy. She's really fat and greedy. This is a virgin guppy. I got her when she was still a fry. She came with some medaka. She was accidentally included in the bag with the medaka I got, and she grew out, and I realized she was not a medaka, she was a guppy. So she's just been in here. I don't know if I want to get into breeding guppies. They kind of scare me because of how fast they reproduce, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have the tank space for guppies anyway, so got the dwarf lily. The goldfish have been chewing on the leaves, so it's not as leafy and lush as it was. But I don't really care. It's fine as long as it's keeping the water clean. I don't care how these plants look, and it's always producing new leaves anyway. Sorry for the mess. So yeah, I got some, yes, Kyugyoko eggs in here, medaka eggs that I harvested the other day. There you go. They're the same as the medaka. They're the eggs from the medaka that I just showed a moment ago. They're in methylene blue and are incubating. They'll be hatching in about a week or so. So my second set of medaka in here, these are the goshikis, named after the koi pattern. There's 3 goshiki in here, which are the darker blackish, brownish, orange. And there are 2 of the kyogokus because of the goshikis, I think they're all male, which is unfortunate. And so I added 2 female kyogyokos in here to get them reproducing, and hopefully I get enough goshikis that are female, and I'm just going to breed those back in with the males so I could get the goshiki line going in here. I think there's even some eggs in here right now in the mop, and I know I saw some eggs on one of the females this morning, so I'm probably going to collect a bit of those and get those incubating too. Yeah, brine shrimp here. Brine shrimp ready to feed to the fish. You can tell when a brine shrimp batch is ready because all the egg capsules start collecting on the sides of the cup above the water line. So when I stop the air going in here, I'll see just mostly the brine shrimp and just a little bit of egg capsules, but most of them will be up here. It's pretty, yeah. This hatches every 2 days or so, depending on how warm it gets in here. The 5-gallon grow out, which contains 6 pleco fry and 37 goldfish fry. You can see them all in here, just buzzing away. I haven't been feeding this tank. I haven't fed it in about a week because I just didn't want to pollute it, and also because there was an overgrowth of hydra in here, and so by not feeding it, it got the goldfish hungry enough to just feast on the hydra instead, and for the most part they've been eradicated in a few days. There's a few here or there, but if you have hydra, a good thing to do is just starve your fish, and eventually they'll just start preying on the hydra. Got more zucchini in there. I've got 2 containers containing methylene blue in here because I have more eggs that are hatching. I have some Corydorus eggs in here that are gonna hatch real soon, actually. Ooh, there's one here right now. Hello, little guy. Yeah, so they've started hatching already, so these others are probably going to hatch in the next few hours, and so I'll have some more Corydors. In here are some of the goshiki eggs, goshiki medaka eggs in here. I added them in here, I want to say, a week ago, so they're going to be hatching anytime soon now. A lot of them have eyed up. I don't know if you can tell, but there's eyes, so they're at least alive still, and they are going to hatch, and I will have more goshiki finally. And once those goshiki are grown, I'm going to take the females and breed them with their dads, so I can get back to kind of like getting that goshiki line pure. and salvage, so I don't salvage it, so I'm not just stuck with the 3 males. Green water, kind of. I'm not sure. I think most of the green is from algae on the walls. This is my second attempt at green water, and I'm kind of at a loss at this point because nothing's turning green other than the glass. If you have any tips, let me know. Nothing seems to be working for me, unfortunately. Shrimp. Shrimpies. Lots of shrimp. They've had babies. You can see the smaller ones. Those are the babies. Lots of shrimp now. I started off with 20. Now I have way more than that. And they're just going to keep breeding, keep making babies. Eventually I'll sell some of the excess. Got Seswasser tang in here, and Luciphilandra plants. I do have a couple of goldfish fry in here, I just wanted the something to eat the excess seed shrimp that are in here, because there was just a bit too much. So I have 2 small goldfish fry. You can see one of them here. They're taking care of the pest control. There's the little 2.5 gallon here. I might get rid of it. I was gonna put medaka in here, but now I'm not so sure, because it's been sitting here without medaka for 4 months now, and I cannot seem to get rid of the tannins. They just keep coming back. This driftwood has just so much of it. It's more of like just a display feature, and right now I've been trying to focus on breeding the medaka and getting their numbers up, like the ones in here, the emikin, and kind of like the goshiki. There's only 4 of them that hatched of the eggs that I got, and unfortunately, I think, unlike the goshiki, which was all male, all the emikin here are female, and I'm stuck in this dilemma again. So I'm gonna try and get maybe some platinum rice fish, platinum or galaxy, and hopefully some of them will be male, and I'm gonna get them breeding with the emikin so I can generate more. And of those, I'll select the emikin looking ones. Hopefully some of them are male, and breed them again with the females and get that population going, because yeah, I mean, I've just been striking out on this. I either get all males or all females, and it's just hard to get them reproducing because of that. So yeah, that's it for tank updates. Maybe I'll include like some time lapses, because I'm gonna I'm gonna do a water change on this tank and the 20 gallon down here, as well as move some of the goldfish fry from the 5 gallon into the 17 gallon just to free up some space. So yeah, maybe I'll do a time lapse of that. But other than that, thank you for watching. If you got this far, like the video, thumbs it up, subscribe if you can, leave a comment if you have anything to say. Other than that, thank you for watching, sticking around this long, and I will see you next week. Goodbye. Will you look at that? All the biofilm is gone. Literally pecked away overnight by all these goldfish. Good job, little guys. Good job on cleaning up the tank. I'm so proud of you.